Why do people lose their money when investing in real estate? There are multiple reasons people lose money. It's not because they pick the wrong property. Not all times actually. When this video, I'm going to talk about few of the reasons why people lose their money when they invest in real estate. The first reason is not doing due diligence. Most people think when they have a realtor, when they have a lawyer, that they themselves don't need to do due diligence. You need to do due diligence. Go to the Ministry of Lands, ask about the property, and ask that it's eligible to be sold by the person that's selling it. Right? Ask that there are no form of disputes surrounding the land, legal and community disputes. That nobody's fighting over the land and nobody's trying to lay claim to the land. So people don't do this, and that's why they lose their money when they pay for the property. They now find out later on that this property was not eligible to be sold by the person that sold it, or that the property has legal issues or is under legal contention. The second reason is people falling for extremely cheap properties. Cheap properties are the most expensive properties. It's either you pay with your time, with your peace, or with your money, or you pay with all three of them. Cheap properties are never the full story. They are the most expensive, and you will spend more than you would have if you had just bought a properly priced property. When you see cheap properties, some people, when they see cheap properties, that's where they are heading to. Oh, this property is 1.5 million naira in the center of the city. That's where they are going to. This property is 5 million naira in the center of the city. That's where they are going to. Why? You don't constantly look out for cheap properties. Look out for valuable properties. Rather buy a valuable property that's expensive than a cheap property that's not valuable. That's a cheap property that does not even exist. So cheap properties are mostly never the full story. So it's always important that you verify this, that you check that the cheap property is actually the actual price of the property. That they are not trying to scam you, or they're not trying to make it pay sharp so that you just take your money and leave. The third reason is buying from families and communities. I'm not saying it's bad to buy from families and communities. You can't buy from families and communities. But track record doesn't show that it's ideal to buy from families and communities. I mean, if you can't avoid it, if you cannot buy any other property, or if you cannot do without buying this particular property and you're buying from the family, go ahead, but do proper verification. And the process is quite long, right? But if you can, please leave that family property. Some properties being sold to an individual. If not, don't buy from the whole family, because the family, everybody has to agree to sell that property. If one person doesn't agree, then you don't own that property. Because I'm just saying, bro, if you can avoid buying from families or communities, please don't buy from them. Buy from companies or individuals, right? And have your lawyer with you so you don't hear stories later. The next thing is working with unverified realtors or sellers. The people you work with are very important, and it's important that you work with people who have track record, people who will not lead you into a ditch, or people who their profit is what they're after. That's the only thing they're after. They don't care about your investment, and they don't care about you getting value for your money. So it's important to work with people who care not just about their profit, who care about you as their client. So you work with verified and trusted professionals, trusted realtors. The next and final reason why people lose their money: ignoring legal and professional assistance. You think you can do it alone? You might. You might do it alone and succeed, but you shouldn't, because you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go with people. And the people here are your realtors and your legal advisors. Don't do without them, because in the long run, you might realize that you needed them when you were purchasing the property. All right. So it is important that you do real estate with people who want to do real estate with you. And I assure you, if you decide to do real estate, as long as I'm here, you won't do it alone. And as usual, I'm Victor Andy, and I hope you picked value from this video, and I'll see you on the next one.